on my way to somewhere beyond special. I'm mesmerized by everything here, captivated completely. It's also known as the White Continent. It is magnificent Antarctica, unspoiled by human civilization. This ethereal, unworldly place defies description, but I will try. From day one of this travelogue, I've talked of leadership and what makes a great leader. And the more I touch on the sacred and the scarred places on earth, do I realize the responsibility each and every one of us has to elect good leaders who possess vision and inspires, who cares about all aspects of our planet and all of its inhabitants. We need leaders of courage, adaptability, with a strong sense of duty and respect for our planet. The polar regions are home to incredible wildlife and breathtaking landscapes, but they are warming at twice the rate of the rest of the planet. Record-breaking temperatures in the last few years has resulted in appalling sea ice loss. They will be the first places where species and entire ecosystems disappear. How do we conserve Antarctica, this extraordinary place, and protect it for future generations? My hope, the concerns will be raised and addressed by policymakers. So you see, leadership comes majorly into play. They talked a lot about the Antarctic Treaty on this trip. It was an unprecedented landmark in political diplomacy. It reserves the entire continent for peaceful purposes and scientific research. The Antarctic Treaty has held the network of political interests in balance so far. The contrasting forces are impinging on the treaty. The continent's role in international affairs is changing to a resource contender. This pristine and incredible continent needs protections from all those elements. We steam steadily south into a strengthening wind. The good Captain Levikov makes the calls, no matter what the itinerary says, primarily on weather and ice conditions, making sure of the safety of passengers and crew. Whoa, hold on, stay still. Almost got it. Even though my camera work wasn't graceful, you see the fluid motion of these creatures is positively elegant. A typical day for an expedition ship in Antarctica involves at least 2 excursions, landing at any one of innumerable penguin colonies and cruising along the channel, navigating ice and searching out seals and whales, even shipwrecks. Today we make our way to the old shipwreck, the Governoren. In 1915, the captain forced the ship aground in order to save the entire crew from a fire on board. It was a whaling factory ship full of whale oil. It quickly got out of control. Due to the captain's first priority, saving his men, the entire crew of 85 managed to escape the ship safely before she burned to complete ruin. The remains of the ship stands as a reminder, almost 100 years later, of the contrast of time, the contrast of aspirations today, Antarctica being a treasure to be preserved versus a commercial resource to be exploited. Let's hope we stay on that trajectory. The rusted bow and foreduct jut out of the water. The divers take a different, cavernous, subterranean view. This cute gal always has a smile on her face. You can tell when someone really loves their job.
Give a good wave, sister. Give a good wave. There she is, the one-of-a-kind Penelope. No ship should be without one.
Whales were on the horizon the whole afternoon as we headed back to the ship. Quite a show was out in the bay. Whales and glorious galore. Humpback whales dipped and dived, spouting and fluking in an endless display. A group of whales are called a pod and usually comprised of 2 to 3 whales. Humpbacks are enormous. They are about the size of a school bus, and they are clever, creating haunting melodic songs that can last for hours. Like most whales, females are larger than the males. Humpback whales are baleen whales, meaning they have no teeth. They have a fringe and overlapping plates hanging down from each side of the upper jaw called baleen plates. Humpbacks diet on mostly small fish and krill. These whales migrate farther than any other mammal on Earth. They can travel around 3,000 miles between the breeding and feeding grounds on a regular basis. Humpback whales have the longest flippers in the whole whale world. You could say they have the longest arms on the planet. We even saw a bubble net or cooperative feeding. Bubble net feeding is a complicated, highly synchronized effort that shows high biological intelligence. One whale usually leads the endeavor, diving deep, then rising up to the surface. The whales swim in a shrinking circle, blowing bubbles as they go, and together they're able to force fish upward. Then the rest of the team follows. They create a fence around the prey, like a corral. The whales then gather inside the bubble net, rise to the surface with mouths wide open. I promise you, it's a thrilling sight. Thank you, beautiful lady. You will be missed.